My dear brothers and sisters, as I mentioned in the beginning, we have today the first Indian who will be canonized as a saint. Let's get into his life and to the history of those times. If you read the history of those times, when the Syria to India was conquered by the Portuguese, they came to India and began to see the domain over different parts of India. First in Goa, then they moved up to north to the little upside in Bombay and Basilica. So they had a domain there and began to preach this faith. Francis Garcia was born in 1556, more or less, in the fortified city of Basilica to a Portuguese soldier and an Indian woman. She was a mixed breed. As he grew up, he was brought up by the Jesuits there and became quite close to them. He was a very also intelligent person. And when the Jesuits began the missionary journeys to Japan, as we heard yesterday, he wanted to go along with them. He was just 12 years old, 13 years old. And he wanted to join the Jesuits, but because of his age, he said, "You are too young to join the Jesuits." But then he accompanied them in the missionary journey to Japan, and they began a very good catechist. He knew Japanese, he learned very well the language, and was very efficient in his so-called ministry. And again he expressed desire to join the Jesuits. You may wonder, he was refused admission to go at that time. The Jesuits then took only so-called foreigners into their fold. The localites were not accepted. Therefore, because he was born of an Indian woman, he was not accepted. But then he was feeling very bad. So he had desired to be a missionary. So then for a time he forgot what he was and became a good businessman there in Japan. And even he had influence over the emperor. Such a powerful person. But then there was a desire within him to give his life fully to God in religious life. He met the Franciscan there who also had begun the missionary work there. And it was said, I want to join, I want to give my life totally to God. Franciscan accepted him in their fold. And then he says, he went back to Manila where he began missionary. And when they began their so-called journeys to Japan, he accompanied them to Japan again. And again, because of his language, because of his eloquence, because of a so nice person, it influenced even over the emperor. But something happened that changed the entire scenario. That was a Spanish ship which arrived in Japan because of a shipwreck, because of thunderstorms. It landed in the coast of Japan. And then the Buddhists who were wild against the missionaries cooked up a story that the ship has come and sent the missionaries as spies over Japan. And that irritated the emperor and the local governors, who immediately sentenced all missionaries to death. And he, along with others, were taken to Nagasaki and they were crucified. And if you know how they were crucified, it was totally different how the Lord was crucified. Today then, as we have this feast to remember him, we remember our own missionaries. You and I are called to be missionaries. We may not go distant lands, but we are in our own house where we work, are missionaries. When we live the life of faith, we try to walk on our values and step on them. When adversaries come, have you heard through the gospel passage? You will be dragged before governors. And don't worry, the gospel says, because the Spirit in you will speak. And therefore today, let's try to live the call we are called to be. Our call is to be a missionaries in word and in deed. We ask, Lord, that we walk in the footsteps of Gonzalo Garcia and be witnesses in our own home, in our work, and in the places where we encounter people.